What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to compare the LG Stylo 6 on the left with the Apple iPhone 12 Pro Max on the right. One is budget, the Stylo 6, and one is super premium with the Pro Max. So the LG Stylo 6, the main thing to know about this phone is that it includes a stylus. The 12 Pro Max, the main thing to know about that is that it is the biggest iPhone for the iPhone 12 family, and it has pretty much all the best specs that you could possibly want in an iPhone. So for the pricing, the Stylo 6 is an awesome deal because here in the United States, it's mostly available on prepaid. You'll find it there, and you can get it for free when you port in your number. The iPhone 12 Pro Max, on the other hand, is on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's a super expensive flagship phone starting at $1,100. With those two prices in mind, the Stylo 6 is a plastic phone, which is not surprising, while the 12 Pro Max, for $1,100, it has to feel premium, and it has that with the glass back, and it has a good overall premium feeling. The Stylo 6 does not have 5G. It's an LTE only device, while the 12 Pro Max is a 5G phone, and it'll get you nicer speeds if you're in a 5G coverage area. But I think for most people and in most situations, LTE will be just fine for all your regular apps such as TikTok, YouTube, Netflix, WhatsApp, the news, maps, email. All that should still work fine for 99% of people out there on LTE. Next is size on these devices. The Stylo 6 has a height of 6.7 inches. The iPhone 12 Pro Max, 6.33 inches, with this 3 inches on the Stylo, 3 inches as well on the 12 Pro Max. The thickness is 0.34 inches on the Stylo, 0.29 inches on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So both of these are very similar in size. These are just two big devices. Same thing goes with the weight. These are heavy devices. The Stylo is 7.72 inches or 219 grams, while the 12 Pro Max is 8 ounces or 228 grams. So these phones are pushing half a pound here. Stylo 6 only has one SIM card slot, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max is a dual SIM phone, one physical SIM, one eSIM. It's great for travelers or you just want two different data plans. Next is screen and display. The Stylo 6 has a 6.8-inch IPS LCD with 1080p resolution, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has a Super Retina XDR OLED display at 6.7 inches with a resolution of 1284 by 2778. So you have an overall just better screen quality on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, but you won't be disappointed by the Stylo either. You won't really notice unless you stick these phones together how much different the screens will be, but both are just fine for the average person. Both are similar in screen size. The Stylo has 82% screen to body ratio, iPhone 12 Pro Max 87% screen to body ratio. So these are pretty much similar devices, except you're getting just a little bit better screen on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. For the software, we're running Android 10 with LG Skin on the Stylo. For the 12 Pro Max, iOS 14, but it's probably going to get upgraded to 5 times, all the way up to like probably iOS 19. The Stylo 6 is probably not going to get upgraded at all. The processor on the Stylo 6 is a MediaTek Helio P35, which is not super good. It's kind of lower end, but the Apple A14 Bionic is the best in-class chip, and that's available on the 12 Pro Max. For the average person, both of these phones will rock every app out there. The Stylo might have a little bit of glitches here and there when it comes to video editing or high-end gaming. You got 3 gigs of RAM, which is perfectly okay for the Stylo 6. For most people, 3 gigs of RAM is perfectly fine. The 12 Pro Max has 6 gigs of RAM, which is definitely going to run every single app in the App Store, several apps at the same time. So both of these should be able to run every app, multiple apps, and there shouldn't be any type of slowdowns or stutters or crashes. When it comes to storage, the Stylo has 64 gigs of storage. The Pro Max iPhone has 128 gigs on its base model. So you got double the internal storage starting on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, but the Stylo 6 has a micro SD card slot. So you could add storage very cheaply on the Stylo. You have to pay a lot more money on the iPhone 12 Pro Max upgraded to 256 or 512 gigs if you want more storage. So a big win for the Stylo. Next, for the cameras, the Stylo 6 has a triple camera setup on the back, 13 megapixel main, 5 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel depth. The 12 Pro Max has also a triple setup, 12 megapixel main, 12 megapixel telephoto, 12 megapixel ultra wide. In general, both of these phones take good pictures and videos, but the iPhone 12 Pro is best in class and it will dominate the Stylo 6. Stylo 6 will be good for most people taking average shots in good lighting, but you'll be hard to take a difficult, terrible picture on the 12 Pro Max. You could shoot up to 1080p on the Stylo 6, and you could shoot up to 4K on the 12 Pro Max. So definitely just more crispy videos and pictures on the iPhone. Moving on to the selfie, you get 13 megapixel shooter on the Stylo, 12 megapixel on the iPhone. You can shoot 1080p on the Stylo, shoot 4K on the selfie on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So overall, if you care about cameras and videos, then the iPhone 12 Pro Max will not disappoint you. The Stylo 6 will be good and average, but it will not impress you. Bonus for the Stylo 6, it has a headphone jack, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max does not. So the budget device offers a little bit of extra here. If you haven't fully embraced wireless, then this is for you. You can connect your headphones, your mic, or your car with an aux cord. You need a dongle on the iPhone 12, which is a pain. So a big win for the Stylo right here. We're rocking Bluetooth 5.0 on both of these phones. This is how you're going to connect your smartwatch or your wireless headphones or speakers or other devices. The budget phone will do it pretty good, and the expensive flagship iPhone 12 Pro will also connect your devices pretty good as well. There is no NFC on the Stylo 6, while you do have NFC on the iPhone, but that's mostly reserved for payments. The charging port, you got USB Type-C on the Stylo 6. You have Lightning port for charging on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. If you have a lot of different devices, such as Chromebooks or PCs or MacBooks or tablets or iPads or speakers or anything like that, the USB Type-C port will be the same one used. The 12 Pro Max Lightning cable and port is good if you have a lot of different devices made from Apple. To unlock the devices, there are very different methods. You got a rear fingerprint sensor on the Stylo 6, which is a very reliable, cool way to open up your device. But the iPhone solely relies on Face ID to open up your phone. So two different reliable methods of unlocking your phone. Next is battery. The Stylo 6 has a pretty good, impressive 4,000 milliamp battery. Very, very nice size. It should last you all day. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has a lower milliamp battery. It's 3,687 milliamps, but iOS uses battery very efficiently with the milliamps, so this one should also last you all day. If you do manage to need a charge, you can do fast charging on the iPhone at 20 watts, so you charge it up 50% in 30 minutes. There's nothing like that on the Stylo 6, but it does have a pretty good battery to last you most of the day. The iPhone also has Qi magnetic charging or MagSafe, if you're into that. So what are my conclusions on both of these devices? Well, both of these phones will handle the basic task very, very well, especially with the Stylo 6. You won't be disappointed, especially with the price. It packs a lot of value, and it has extras that the iPhone 12 Pro Max cannot touch, such as it has a stylus. It also has micro SD card slot, and it has a headphone jack. The Stylo 6 also just does pretty much everything that a phone needs to do. It's a very practical phone at a very outstanding price. You can get it free from prepaid carriers poured in. So it mixes a lot of stuff. I even like the that it includes a wide-angle camera on the back. Big old battery. It offers just a lot of value for the phone. Now, on the other hand, if you want super quality build, you want a super nice camera with video, if you want certain things that are just related to Apple, such as iMessage, FaceTime, iMovie, and AirDrop, then the iPhone will definitely do that for you. If the other benefit of the Pro Max that stands out is that it is the processor will just tackle any app in the App Store, no problem. There should be no slowdowns. You can throw everything at the iPhone 12 Pro Max and it will handle it no problem. And also, it has a pretty big size and the battery should last you all day as well. So you're getting a lot of value as well for $1,100 if you value video and picture taking. But other than that, I like both of these devices, but I really side with the Stylo 6 because it offers a lot of value for the price. On that note, guys, take it easy. Peace out.